Hello, I'm Arda, and today I'd like to talk about financial triage after job loss. Why is this important and what does it mean? If you've just lost your job, your first goal is not perfection, it's stability. Keeping a roof over your head, the lights on, and your health covered while you rebuild. You're also going through a massive amount of emotional trauma that makes things more difficult. Financial triage means in a crisis, you don't fix everything. You fix the right things in the right order. Just like medical triage, you focus on what's critical and threatening to stability and let the unimportant things or less critical ones wait until the appropriate time. In this video, we'll walk through a simple step-by-step triage plan you can work through in about an hour, then refine over the next few days. Let's start with the most important question. How long can your money support you at a bare bones level? That's called your runway. I suggest you listen all the way through first, then go back, get a pen and paper, or open a workbook and write it down. Let's begin with what is coming in, or your income. Write down all sources of cash you can count on for the next few months. Include things like cash in checking and savings, any severance you're owed, unemployment benefits you can apply for, income from a partner or family or small side gigs. If you haven't filed for unemployment yet, that's one of the first applications you should start. It rarely replaces all your income, but it can add a few $100s a week, which is important at this point. Total up all the incoming items to get a monthly expected income. If you can pin it down to weekly amounts, even better. Now, let's move on to the outgoing funds. You should probably go through your last year's bank statements to be as accurate as possible on this part. List out the critical essential items. Start with the following list. Put the essential items under a column titled Must Pay. Put everything else in a Pause or Remove column. Add a third column for Date Due. List your essential monthly expenses. Housing, rent or mortgage. Utilities and basic phone, internet. Groceries and essential household items. Transportation, car payment, gas, transit. Health insurance premiums and basic medical costs. Minimum payments on debts. Now let's calculate your runway. Add up all your available cash and committed income. Then divide by your essential monthly expenses. This will let you know how long, in months, your funds will last. If that number is 1 to 2, that means 1 to 2 months of runway. If it's 4, that's about 4 months, and so on, regardless of the result. This isn't about scaring you, it's about getting a clear number so you can make decisions and set a budget. The more informed you are, the better prepared. Preparedness is always better than hoping you'll get where you want to be. Hope is not a budget. Let's set up a real plan you can follow while you focus on the rebuild. Once you know your runway, your job is to stretch it. Go line by line through your spending and mark each item to verify the essentials. Is it really essential to stay safe and housed, or is nice to have? If it's the latter, move it to the column labeled Pause or Remove, then add P or R. You'll need to come back to these and take action to either pause the expense or cancel it with the appropriate company. Common nice-to-haves, you can pause or remove. Subscriptions and memberships, dining out and convenience food, shopping and non-essential travel. Upgrades and big discretionary projects, think of this as a temporary reset, not a punishment. You're buying yourself time and options. Now let's consider another key thing, health insurance and protection. One big financial risk is a medical event with no insurance or loss of insurance to pay for existing medical needs. You likely have several options depending on your situation. COBRA, staying on your old plan but paying the full premium yourself. A spouse or partner's employer plan. Plans on healthcare.gov or your state marketplace, often with subsidies based on your new lower income. Medicaid, if your income drops enough to qualify. This is worth a few focused hours. An affordable plan can protect you from bills that wipe out your savings. One emergency without insurance can undo all your planning, so deal with health coverage early. Once you have the insurance taken care of, let's buy some time with your debt. Contact lenders and service providers and get them on your side by making them aware of your change in circumstances. Some businesses have leniency or programs to help you through changes. Don't wait until you're behind. Call your lenders and utility companies now and say, I've had a job loss. What hardship options do you offer? Ask about temporarily reduced payments or forbearance on loans, extended due dates or waived late fees on utilities and credit cards, unemployment or hardship clauses in your loan or insurance documents. Okay, we've covered a lot here. Good news. You've now done the core of triage. You know your runway, you've cut the obvious leaks, and you're protecting your health and credit. Next, let's talk about money coming in and how to create a backup plan. Let's move on to our next goal, short-term income options and how to think about contingencies. Unemployment and severance are the first two income options that many people think of, but there are others. Consider NAR, temporary or contract work, freelance or consulting based on your existing skills, gig work, delivery, tutoring, etc. as a short-term bridge. The goal isn't your perfect job right away. It's creating enough support that you don't feel forced into a bad long-term fit. To do this, you could now devise a simple if-then backup plan. Use your runway number to set checkpoints. For example, if I haven't found a new role in 3 months, I'll broaden my search or take on more contract work. If my savings drop below X, I'll consider options like a home equity line or personal loan before tapping retirement accounts. As much as possible, avoid pulling from retirement. It comes with taxes, penalties, and lost future growth. See that as a last resort, not the first lever. Having a written if-then plan calms a lot of the anxiety. Your brain knows there's a script if things take longer than you hope, and this lessens the internal stress level. In a few focused hours, you can. 1. Calculate your runway. 2. Build a survival budget. 3. Apply for unemployment and choose a health insurance path. 4. Call lenders about hardship options. 5. Identify bridge income ideas and write an if-then plan. You may still feel anxious, that's human, but now you have a plan, not just fear. That plan is what holds you while you rebuild your career. Your next step after this video: open a blank spreadsheet or notebook, list money in and money out, and get that runway number. Start there. Here are a few tools that may be helpful. They are free or have free tiers. Spreadsheets, most flexible, zero cost. Google Sheets, free with a Google account. Microsoft Excel Online, free with a Microsoft account. A lot of banks and credit unions now include free budgeting and spending tracker tools inside their apps. Look for Spending, Budget, or Insights tabs. If you're overwhelmed by apps, start with the simplest option: a Google Sheet with 3 columns, date, category, amount, and a monthly total. The tool matters less than actually looking at the numbers regularly.